Choose your fighter!
What's going on, guys? This is Hunky Donkey and we're here for BBR Week 6 where we're facing off against the GOAT Amo. So, we made a few transactions as you saw on the brief team builder, and we're just looking to snag a few wins at this point. Our playoff season is cooked, and yeah, let's get started with the battle. I apologize for this being post-com, but the audio just didn't work out on my end. I wasn't streaming the actual battle. Anyways, we see a Porygon 2, Petra, Tinkaton, Rhyperior, Manaphy, and the Chiyu. Two mons that really cooked me were a Roaring Moon, and surprisingly the Leavanny. We didn't have the best Gyaptos matchup either, so I'm really happy with the 60 prong. I immediately spot the Rhyperior here, but our Sandy Shocks is designed to take on most sets this Rhyperior will take, so I think we just lead the Sandy Shocks. We are an offensive variant with no hazards. Our hazard roll went to Diancie and Metagross respectively. So as you can see in this team, there's not really Earth Power switch in. The only thing is Chiyu, which can Terra into a grass type. And if they want to lead Chiyu, I could just immediately swap into Diancie. We'll definitely live Terra Blast because we are max Spadaf. Yeah, we are max Spadaf. And obviously we resist both Dark and Fire moves. So I felt pretty comfortable leading the Sandy Shocks here. So yeah, I was just super jumping for joy in Leavanny because Webs really fucked me, and of course Roaring Moon is so hard to switch into, like I said before. So we see a lead of Tinkaton. So immediately, I'm thinking a few things. Do I want to pop this air balloon? Do I want to get some damage off? Or do I just want to, I should say, do I want this air balloon to be popped? Or should I just get some damage, obviously, with the Earth Power or Pivot? I do believe I just go for Earth Power, because again, no switch-ins means this is going to take a generous amount of chip. If you want to get your rocks or reveal to be Shuka, that's fine. I could just Earth Power again. The only thing I could see really taking this is maybe a Spadef Porygon 2. But the Porygon 2 already is like a hard one to break, so if I could get some chip on it, that would be great. But we actually just went for the Earth Power, and Tinkaton was shook on. So we were able to put it into another Earth Power range, maybe even Volt Switch, but Tinkaton has good Spadaf, so I was banking on it. I had no reason to not just stay in. Maybe they had Air Balloon on their side, but that's fine by me. Because when this Porygon 2 comes out, we can just Earth Power, like so. And it takes hits decently well. I think I'm kind of lost why this wasn't sent in earlier if you were in Shuka, but I guess the rocks are pretty important to this matchup. So it does make sense. We just Volt Switch Alafir. Really doubt there's Scar, but even if it is, it's not the end of the world. Not Magnus. City Shocks did its thing. So I'm just go to Volt Switch here. And yeah, it should be a pretty free click otherwise. I believe I went to Diancie here because we are again super Spadaf. And I'm gonna use this opportunity to get some specs of, oh okay, I just go to your Shifu. That also makes sense, it's our secondary Chiyu tech depending on Terra. We are AV for that reason. And we could really force this thing out. So obviously Petron is gonna come out here, so I just saw this as an opportunity to freely U-turn. If you want to stay in, recover my face, that's fine. I could just go into the NC. lock you into Encore or something and get free spikes that way. Or I could just get spikes to begin with. So I feel pretty comfortable, but I am really confident this Patreon is going to come in here. Because obviously you'd bring your Rocky Helmet in front of your Shifu, right? So I did just that. And yeah, we are already at half of your Shifu, but it's not a big deal. This Shifu isn't as important to the game, especially because it's Chi revealed to be grass, so just using it as a momentum button is fine by me. So I had two options here. I could go Raging Ball. I love a nice Dragon Pulse. I don't remember if I Draco. I probably did. And I could either go Sandy Shocks. And I decided to go Sandy Shocks here, because again, Earth Power is super free since Chi Yu didn't reveal. I mean, not reveal, it didn't Terra into grass yet. So I'll just go for Earth Power. My goal is to force the Porygon to come. But I can always just bring in your Shifu again, maybe something else. And just keep damage that way. So it's not a big deal, like, at all. Yeah, this is just how it's basically gonna go. Really nice momentum pivoting into Emerald's Bonds. We just had a really good 6 into his 6. So that's really, really solid for us. And you can see he's just thinking what to swap in here. DLC want to be stuck in the Vortex, because I could just Volt Switch right now. Rapier could come into block the Volt Switch, but I could just Earth Power after. So I get it. Just sacks the Tinkaton here. So that gives me some good information that he wants to preserve the Porygon for like Raging Ball, since it seems to be split off. And yeah, we managed to grab the first kill, first block, which is the Tinkaton. So now I'm thinking, what comes in here blocks the Sandy Sharks from wrecking havoc again. I'm assuming it is the Chi Yu. So I use this opportunity to directly go into my Diancie, I believe, or I sack my Shifu. I was worried about a raw nasty plot on my face, but that would force a Thunder Wave, possibly from Sandy Shocks. So I felt pretty confident going into Shifu here. I don't remember if it was Shifu or Diancie, but my Shifu's chapped and it's not like the best check anyway, so using it as a sack fodder to bring in Diancie to get a spike up made sense in my opinion. I could also just go raw Diancie here. I don't remember. Save this Shifu for sack later on. And yeah, let's see what I go for. I literally cannot remember. Another good thing about Moon not being here, by the way, is that Metagross is most likely going to get its Colbert is going to only get procced by like a Dark Pulse or something. So if we could catch the Chi with it, that would be great. But I'm assuming Terra Blast comes here, because it does make the most sense in front of the Sandy Shocks. I also didn't know if this Chi was Scarf yet, so this gives me some good info depending on what move it goes for. And I didn't reveal Scarf on my Shifu. He actually goes for a Dark Pulse. So this is just like a free U-turn. If you want to lose block with Patreon, it's fine. This Shifu does go down, but it does bring me in with Sandy Shocks. Or right here and go for like a nice Draco, especially because that Tinkerton is dead. The only thing that was a little bit worrying is if Porygon 2 actually comes and lives 2 Dracos back to back. But he actually revealed to just stay in, so I use this opportunity to bring in either Bolt or Diancie. I don't really remember at the moment. I think I'm just like thinking what gives me the most progression. Tinkaton is dead though, so Dracos are super free, and that's really important because we are choice lock. Okay, I bring in my Raging Ball, and this thing is so massive. Oh, look at them. But yeah, Draco is just pretty free. You get some serious chip on something. I think this is gonna be the Porygon. No, this is the Rhyperior. Right. So this is really important because if I get chipped this Rhyperior, or just kill it straight up, Volt Switch with Raging Ball with Terra Electric is super nice to his teammates, even if the Chi-Yu is Terra Grass. So we just go for a Draco Meteor here, and we do over half. I'm obviously not gonna stay in here, so I use this opportunity to go, I think Satan Shocks, because again, you have a few options, right? You could go for a Rock Polish, but with my Air Balloon still up, it's not going to do too much. We could go for Wood Hammer, which would be kind of crazy because you're letting this Raging Ball possibly stay in and take another Draco, which was still fair. I also didn't reveal my Metagross item, so if I'm Shuka, that could be really bad. So ultimately, even though I risk a Wood Hammer here, I think going into Sandy Shocks is the best play. And he goes for Dragon Tail, so this pops our Balloon. So that's a little unfortunate, but it's not the end of the world, because what happens? Raging Ball comes right back in. So this is honestly a pretty good scenario, I can't lie. Because nothing is going to switch into this Draco. So that Dragon Tail might have actually helped me a little bit, getting a chip this Rhyperior. Super nice. Because the big thing in here, you don't have much options. You either have to sack something to Draco that's not the Porygon, get big chip of the Porygon, or you have to let go of this Rhyperior. And all of which means Raging Ball is super free to kick Volt Switch if the Rhyperior is dead, like as you see here, or if the Porygon came here. I could have just spammed Dragon Balls, which would be super nice into Angel's team. So yeah, there is that. I have a few loose cons here. One is Tail Glow Salic Manaphy, which just screws over my entire team, except for maybe the Raging Ball, but yeah, that could be a thing. Take Card could be a little bit annoying. Just Tail Glow in general. So immediately my mind is I need to preserve this Raging Ball, but also be careful not to put it into Salic range. So, a little confused what I do here. I can't really remember. I'm thinking. But because our Scarf Ball is alive, it's something just good to know. Nice and healthy. I think I do go Diancie here, because we are max speed off. Diancie has decent bulk. If you want to set up in my face, that is fine. I'll drop this Diancie, but then I could just bring a Raging Ball afterwards. Or if you want to set up again, I could just go for an Encore. But you, Manaphy actually goes for a screen, so this reveals to me either a light clay variant or just like a mixed green variant. Yeah. So this Manaphy is gonna be a menace. I can tell you that much. Just setting up spikes. Tried to bait this thing into Encore. Or maybe you could have Encored and then go to spikes, so I don't force some damage on anything. But I also don't want to reveal it, because I can get an extra spike up, and then once Chi-Yu inevitably comes in, because it's the main sub sweeper, then I could just Encore it right in its face. So yeah, I predicted it right. The Chi-Yu does come here, which does make sense in front of screens. So I'm hoping Nasty Plot comes here, but even if he just goes for like Terra Blast, it's not the end of the world. Also reveals to be Boots, which I didn't get at the moment. I think I'm scouting for like Mental Herd, because Shout Out 812 destroyed me with the Mental Herd Hydro Apple. Goes for Nasty Plot, which does make sense within screens. So I'm thinking this is like a Nasty Plot Flame Charge variant, but we luckily have Encore just for this scenario. So I have a few options to do here. I could either set some spikes again, but if he goes for Nasty Plot, like again, that could be a little bit of trouble. you know. So I actually want to go to Metagross here. Why? Because one, you revealed Dark Pulse already. We could take one. I'm realizing you either had to be Nasty Plot, Dark Pulse, Terrablast to hit the Diancie, and either Flame Charge for outspeeding Weavile, or you have to be a Fire move. So I can outspeed with Bolt and Weavile anyway. So I use this opportunity to bring in Metagross and just break the screens as fast as possible. Really doubted that Geo would stay in there. He actually brings in Petron, so we get some nice chip here. And here's a bit of a misplay. I think I just miscalculated how much Psychic Fints do. So I went for a free recovery here. I mean, I went for another Psychic Fints, which allowed Petron to get a free recovery, which is pretty sucky. Because I'm letting this Metagross get chipped for no reason. I might mind the burning recovery turns, but this game is pretty fast paced. Yeah, so I think I should have just raw switched into Bolt. I was worrying about getting confused after a poison, but switching into Cindy Shocks was definitely the most optimal play, which I didn't make here. Because obviously I was trying to scout if you go for another recovery, which he does end up doing. So this enabled Sandy Shocks to come in again. I think I should have just vaulted here again, to be honest. But because those Chiyu can easily just come in here, flame charged into Nasty Plot up. Because I could definitely not do damage back to him. But he actually ends up staying in, so misplay actually ended up working out. And reveals Destiny Bond. So I'm in a little bit of a predicament here. Do I allow this to go for body press and allow Sand Sharks to get poisoned, or will this Petron go for recovery afterwards? Or should I just take this Petron when I have the chance? And with the Chiyu still being alive, I didn't see much need for the Sandy Shocks as well as the Porygon too. So I just decided to take my damage when I can and sack my Sandy Shocks to take out this Petron to really open up Weavile, because Knock didn't really do too much to him unless it got like a ST on. And yeah, that was the main goal. I just decided to get my damage in. I'm a little surprised Geo just didn't come in right in front of me, but I'll definitely trade this 1-for-1. Sandy Shocks did its job, put a lot of ground pressure in, and really opened up Raging Bolt to just go for Scarf Thunderbolt, Scarf Volt Switch, Scarf Draco if needed. So, in my head, this is easily time for Raging Bolt to come in, wreak some havoc. I should have just counted right before how much screens turns my left, and here is when I think I made another misplay, which you'll see in a bit. But I don't know if it's more for misplay or just not knowing the mechanics of Wi-Fi, to be honest. Maybe it was the turn afterwards. So, when you have Light Clay on your side, it immediately reveals to you if you have 8 turns or 5 turns. But if your opponent has Light Clay, it won't reveal 5 or 8 turns until after the 5th turn has happened. Yeah. It's a little sucky. Or maybe it was another turn that I made some mistakes. Yeah, it was probably the turn after. Oh well, I went deep into recording now. Luckily, Draco was able to kill through the light screen. That was probably a roll, because that Porygon being alive would have been super. And in comes down Nash. My opportunity. Maybe I miscounted turns exactly of how screens are up. Yeah, maybe screens were already got to begin with. my bad, folks. We'll see, depending on what this method goes for. Yeah, light screen. Okay, screens were already off. That's my fault. Calling a turn ahead. Yeah, okay, so we'll just go for Earth Power. Try to lock this thing into Encore. So we can... Maybe this was another misplay, actually. I think I should have just gone for, like, damage on this thing. So I don't really have much switch-ins to this. I think at hindsight, I should definitely just sack the Diancie. I'm at the point where Raging Bolt can just beat the Chi-Yu as long as I get enough damage going. But in my mind, I felt like I needed to preserve the Diancie even though it was pretty much at range for Terra Blast. So yeah. Big misplay on my part. Because what this does happen is enable Metagross to come in and risk getting burned, even if I desperately want to box on. Yeah, and we do get burned. So, a little unfortunate. I think I also wanted to just like burn the screens as much as possible. But I could have done that after sacking the Diancie is the thing. Because it would have done substantial damage. It's pretty much, I think it's just a Chi-Yu Manaphy left. So this was like a monster throw by me. Yeah. Not much else to say. There. Yeah. So what I'm thinking now is how I can salvage this game once this Metagross goes down. I think I should have just always go Bolt. Yep. Now this Diancie is in range of just dying. Anyway, so just bringing Raging Bolt here. Yep. I think it should just always Volt Switch into Weavile. Or sack the Diancie if Manaphy lives, which it does on the screens. Yep, this is the turn where SV fooled me, but I also made a misplay with turn behind. Just go for Dragon Pulse here, thinking... Yep, there it is. Light screen is 1 out of 5 turns left. So that really, really fucked me up. I can't lie. Because it turns out this Manaphy was Light Clay and screens were up, but that's on me. I should have checked the little message that says your light screen turns are up. So go for the Volt Switch. Well, another Volt Switch for KO anyway. And yeah. In comes the Diancie. And we do sack this thing. Yeah, this could have all been avoided really quickly. So in my head, screens are done. I should have definitely checked the notification once again, but I fucked up that way. In comes Raging Bolt. And I felt like Dragon Pulse was super free. It was in the 2-shot range. Which, huge mistake on my part. Honestly, it was still better than going for Draco versus the Chi-Yu. And now I was realized, oh shit, screens are still up. And this turn enabled Manaphy to get another turn of, gets Reflect up. So this is really make the end game super dicey. Because it's Chi-Yu versus Ice Shard, Weavile. When I did the calcs, well, I think Weavile did max 30 Reflect with Ice Shard on Chi-Yu. Depending on the bulk, I think it was like a max bulky Chi-Yu, to be honest. So my goal right now is hopefully I can put a lot of damage on this Chi-Yu to put it in Ice Shard range through Reflect. And yeah. So he actually reveals Flame Charge, so Flame Charge, Terra Blast into Dark Pulse, and Nasty Plot. So I really, really needed to get some damage. Luckily, Light Screen does go off. And we do force a turn a Nasty Plot here. So either way, if I went for like double Ice Shard, I think I would have won this game. That way. Because he would have to be Nasty Plot to kill a Terra Blast. Because we are boots. Yep. Luckily, with Light Screen going off, Chiyu is in range of an Ice Shard. So that really, really came in clutch for us. And yeah, all we need to do here is just bring in V-File, go for the Ice Shard, basically a throw otherwise. And this ended up being a really tight game, maybe a little tighter than it needed to be honest. And yeah, that's just how it goes sometimes, right? Go for the Ice Shard, and we secure our first win at BBR. So, really messy game, I'm gonna be honest. But like, we did win versus the champion out of all people of last season. So, yeah, we finally got our first win. A really stressful game because I miscalculated the amount of lights returns. And yeah, these transactions to be really helpful. Shout out to Zeus for all the help. I'll see you guys next week. But GG's to Kason. Hopefully we can snag a few wins before the end of the season. We made some transactions as well, so I'll see you guys next week.